Yo, what gives, Shelly? Where are you right now? I need to talk to you. I just got home from work. I'm tired. I'm hungry. There's a problem, though. You didn't make me any dinner. Are you off somewhere screwing around with your friends or something? You'd better not be.
There you are, Rick. I was trying to get a hold of you. Didn't you see any of my texts? While I was walking downtown doing a bit of shopping this afternoon, I got hit by a car.
You what? Are you kidding me?
Trust me, Rick, I wish I was. I got hit pretty hard, so they had to call an ambulance for me. I'm at the hospital off Center Avenue right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw that text. The cops even called me. They were all like, excuse me, sir, but your wife was in a car accident. And I was like, yeah, I know. Why did you bother me while I'm at work to tell me what I already know? Such a waste of time. So yeah, what's a big deal? Why are you still at the hospital? There's no reason to keep you there for some stupid little car accident.
Excuse me?
Say you bumped into a car or something. Boo-hoo, poor you. That's no excuse for you to be laying around in the hospital. Get back here right now. Your husband is hungry and wants to eat, and it's your job to feed him. So get back to work. Tell the doctors you want to go home and get back here pronto.
Are you out of your mind? I can't just go home like this. First of all, I did not bump into the car. The car ran into me while I was crossing the road. While the pedestrian light was green, may I add. They did x-rays on me, and they're telling me I have fractures in both of my legs. I was seriously hurt.
What?
There's no way I can leave the hospital right now. They still need to keep me for a while for observation. And even after that, I'm still going to be here for at least a few days until my legs look like they're on the mend.
So then who's gonna cook my dinner for me while you're relaxing on your backside in that hospital bed, huh? Can you tell me that? I need my shirts ironed too. I'm down to my last one and it's only Wednesday. I can't go to work with a wrinkly shirt on Friday. And the cooking and laundry are just the start of the things you need to do tonight. Who's gonna do it if you don't?
I mean, cooking and laundry, can't you just, do that yourself? It's not like I can do it while I'm laid up in this bed.
I don't believe you. When did you become such a lazy old maid? You're really gonna tell your husband who just got back from a long and hard day at the office to do chores? Get real!
Rick.
I don't give two flips if your legs are broken. Haven't you ever heard of a wheelchair? They gotta have some of those at the hospital. You can borrow one of theirs and wheel yourself back over here. So like I said, call the doctor and tell him you need to go home and take care of your husband.
You have got to be kidding me. I have 2 broken legs and you're still gonna tell me to come home and do the housework?
Just grit your teeth and walk it off. You've got work to do. I am your husband, and as your husband, I demand that you come home immediately and do as I say.
This is unreal. You haven't yet expressed a single ounce of concern for me, your wife, who was hit by a car this afternoon so hard that both of her legs are broken. But not just that, you're telling me to get a wheelchair and wheel myself home to do chores for you?
Is my concern gonna get my dinner cooked or my shirts ironed? No, you need to do that stuff. The only thing I'm concerned about right now is not dying of starvation.
Come on, Rick, really?
Honestly, you deserve to get hit by that car for the way you've been acting lately. It's about time karma came back to bite you, you spoiled brat.
I don't believe what I'm hearing.
Yeah, well, it's the truth. You've been acting like a spoiled little brat, Shelly. You're always like, I need more money for groceries. You need to do more chores. Tell me, Shelly, who's the housewife in this family? Is it me? It's you! That's why you got hit by that car, because you don't know your place.
I'm a spoiled brat for asking you for money to buy food and to maybe, I don't know, wash a plate or two every once in a while? You know how bad inflation is these days. Money doesn't go as far as it used to anymore. $500 for a month just isn't enough. I'm not asking for much, just an extra 100 or so.
And who is it that earns that extra $100, Shelley? Huh? Is it you? Is it Bella? No, it's me. I'm the one who pays for everything around here. It's your job to make my money go as far as possible.
I'm already making it go as far as it possibly can, Rick. I can't make it go any further than this. It's just not possible.
Don't you dare talk back to me!
How about you try going shopping one of these days, huh? Do you think you can pay for a month's worth of food with just $500? I'd like to see you try. And as for chores, I am literally, physically incapable of doing that stuff right now. My legs are broken. I wanted you to help me with the chores in order to help you get more used to them in the event something like this were to happen.
You are the housewife. It's your job to make sure that no matter what happens, I don't have to do any chores. That includes making sure you don't get sick or injured. And now you go and get yourself hit by a car? You're so useless. A useless wife like you doesn't deserve any of my hard-earned money. You know what? You can pay for your hospital stay out of your own pocket. I'm not paying a dime.
What? How am I supposed to pay for this?
You had that savings account from back before we got married, right? Use that money. You're not getting one single solitary cent out of me.
But, Rick, I have barely any money left in that account.
That's it. I'm sick of this pointless conversation. I'm gonna go out and buy myself something to eat. You just focus on getting back home as soon as possible, got it? I'm not gonna let you slack off on your chores just because you got in some stupid car accident.
Hey, Mom. Sorry I didn't get your calls yesterday. I went straight to my job after my classes got finished. And then I went out drinking with the girls I work with after that. We had a blast. I just got home a bit ago. So, you, got in a car accident or something? That's crazy. Bella, you were out all night drinking and you never even looked at your phone once? Ugh. Well, we can talk about that later. Could you come by the hospital I'm staying in right now? I need you to bring me some clean clothes. And I'm going to be here for a while, so bring at least several days' worth, please. Huh? Sorry, Mom. No can do. Me and Dad are at the airport. Our flight is boarding soon. What? Airport? Can you maybe, ask a nurse to get you some clothes, I guess? Anyway, neither of us can do it, so you're gonna have to find someone else who can. Where on earth are you going, Bella? And wait, did you say you and Dad? You're going somewhere with Dad by plane? Yeah, I am super stoked. We're going on a trip to Hawaii together. This is the best day of my life, for real. Out all night drinking, then hop on a flight to Hawaii. How awesome is that? I am so stoked. You two are going to Hawaii? But why? You chose today of all days to suddenly decide to take a trip to Hawaii? Well, duh. With you laid up in the hospital, this was our only chance to go and have some fun without you. Plus, without you at home, who's gonna do all our cooking and cleaning? I'm not doing it. This is too much to handle. And, we were thinking about maybe hiring a maid. But what's the point in doing that? It would cost a bunch of money for someone to do what you do for free. Plus, I don't want some stranger looking at my underwear and stuff. Yuck. That's when Dad got the idea to go on vacation. We thought we could spend just a little bit more than that and actually be able to enjoy ourselves if we go on a trip, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna have a ton of fun with just the two of us. Oh, I am so happy for you. We won't have to cook. We can just go out to eat whenever we want. And we won't need to clean stuff. The staff at the hotel will take care of all that stuff. So, yeah, we're going to be over here while you're in the hospital. See you in a month or so. Aren't you forgetting one thing, Bella? Me. What am I going to do here without you two around to help out? I need you to bring me some clean clothes, do paperwork for me, take care of errands for me. There's a lot of stuff that I can't do on my own in my condition, Bella. I need you guys over here. That ain't my problem. It's not my fault you ran into a car. It's not my fault either. Yeah, it is. Seriously, Mom, how dumb do you have to be hit by a car like that? I mean, you do have eyes, don't you? It's not like cars are that hard to see. Just freaking look in front of you, you dummy. You can't talk to me like that. I am your mother. Oh, and one more thing. Do you know how long you're going to be in there? It's been a day already. Did you ask the doctor when you can go home? Well, from the sound of things, I'm going to be in here for about a month or so. After that, they'll look at how my legs are healing and make the determination of when they're going to discharge me. Awesome! That means I'm going to be able to spend almost my whole summer break in Hawaii. Yes! This is going to be the best vacation ever. Oh, thanks for getting hit by that car, Mom. You're the best. You're thanking me? Just what do you and your father think of me anyway? I am your mother. I've been badly injured. I'm in the hospital recovering. And the two of you are thinking only of yourselves, leaving me here to fend for myself and going on a luxury vacation? What do we think of you? I don't know. A free maid service? I mean, that's about all I ever need you to do, I guess. Wow. Oh, they're calling our ticket group to board the plane. Gotta go, Mom. Don't worry, we'll have enough fun for all three of us while we're here. We'll get you a nice souvenir. Do you want a t-shirt or something? I don't need anything from either of you. Go and enjoy yourselves. Do whatever you want. Just don't expect to see me again when you come back. Uh-oh, somebody's grumpy. Don't you have a button to push that pumps you full of painkillers? Smash that thing. You could use a chill pill right about now. After all I've done for you two. All the cooking and cleaning, the constant belittlement and insults. I have been nothing but the best mother I could be to you since the day you were born. And this is how you repay me? By seeing me as nothing but your maid? Well, I'm done. I don't need to spend one more day taking care of a family who will abandon me in my time of need. Really, Mom? You're such a buzzkill. I'm about to go on a super awesome vacation, and you're gonna go and get all on my case like that? Lame. I'm gonna put away my phone now. Talking to you is boring. Don't contact me again until you know you're getting out of the hospital. Got it? I'll do you one better. I'll never contact you again for as long as I live. I hope you enjoy your little vacation with your father, Bella. Goodbye. Answer the phone, Mom. What are you doing over there? What am I doing? Sitting in my hospital bed. What are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be having fun in Hawaii with your father? I can't have fun at a time like this. Things got super duper messed up over here. Dad got in a car accident, like a really, really bad one. What? He did? So, we were driving around the town in the car we rented, and I don't know, we drove by the beach, and there was this big group of girls playing volleyball, and, Dad was watching them, and then he ended up driving the car right into a massive telephone pole. My, isn't that terrible luck for the two of you? Must have ruined your fun. Well, are you hurt? I'm mostly fine. I just have some scrapes and bruises and stuff. But Dad's another story. He got taken to the emergency room in an ambulance. He hit his head really hard. He's still in a coma. Whoa, a coma? You need to get over here, right away. I have no idea what to do. We were supposed to be having fun on our vacation, and now this happened? I'm, so confused. What are we gonna do if Dad never wakes up? I can't handle this all on my own, Mom. I need you here with me. Did you just completely forget that I am also still in the hospital? You're gonna have to take care of everything by yourself, Bella. You said you were fine. You shouldn't have any trouble doing whatever needs to be done. No way! I really need your help! They won't accept our insurance over here. They said we're gonna have to pay the whole balance of the bill in cash. But I don't have that kind of money, and Dad's wallet got thrown out of the car into the water during the crash. We lost all of his cash, credit cards, ID, everything. Mom, please, I really, really need you here. Calm down, Bella. I'm sure you can work something out if you just talk to someone at the hospital. Oh, I know what we can do. You can get yourself transferred to the same hospital Dad is in. That way you'd be able to do everything for me, right? Are you serious? I'm super serious. Dad's still in a coma. And we can't transfer him to where you are until he wakes up, but your legs are still broken or whatever, right? Can't you get yourself transferred over here? It would be like a vacation for you, too. Oh my word, you are serious. You can't expect me to transfer myself out to Hawaii in my condition. But you have to. Dad's in trouble. And you're his wife, right? It's like your job to come and help out your husband. I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have a husband. What? I submitted our divorce papers to the county courthouse a little while ago. So Rick is no longer my husband, and you're no longer my daughter. You're just like any other random person out there to me. I'm not about to fly myself over to Hawaii with 2 broken legs to see some random man and his daughter in the hospital. Wait, Mom, what are you saying? You submitted divorce papers to the courthouse? Does that mean you divorced Dad? Are you serious? That's exactly what I'm saying, Bella. Your father and I are officially divorced. I took care of all the arrangements right after the 2 of you got on your flight to Hawaii. I told you, didn't I? I told you, don't expect to see me again when you come back. I can't believe this. How could you do this to us? You can't just go and divorce your husband whenever you feel like it. He has to consent to it. I'm a college student, Mom. I understand that much. I'm very aware of that too, Bella. And it just so happens that your father signed the divorce papers I submitted, so they're completely valid. I already had his consent. Huh? But I don't get it. Why would Dad sign those? He handed me these himself a while back, actually. We had just gotten into a fight over him not giving me enough money to pay for living expenses. He got so mad that he went and got those divorce papers put together and even signed them. He was trying to force me into compliance by threatening to leave me. He did? He had me dead to rights. I was a housewife at the time. I didn't have the kind of money I'd need to fight a drawn-out divorce battle with him, so I had no choice but to do what he said. But I never threw those papers away. I kept them. And now that the timing seemed right, I used them. Okay, I guess that much is fair. But seriously, it's still really messed up what you're doing, Mom. You waited until your husband was in a super bad car accident to divorce him? What is wrong with you? No, that accident had nothing to do with it. I submitted them 1 week ago today. I made a special request to the hospital and they let me check myself out for just 1 day, which I used to go to the courthouse. So, you're really not gonna come over here? Don't you care that Dad's in a coma? Nope, he's not my husband anymore. Why should I care? You certainly have my sympathy for being in such a terrible accident, but he's not my problem anymore. He's yours. But I can't handle all of this. It's too much. I need you to help me, and you're gonna do it one way or another. I'll just have to convince the hospital to send Dad to where you are. What? You're at the hospital closest to our house, right? I know where that is, and I'm gonna have Dad transferred there right away. I hate to break it to you, Bella, but I've already been transferred to a different hospital. You what? Your father and I were divorced, so I was free to go wherever I pleased. I had no intentions of ever going back to live with the two of you, so I transferred myself to a hospital close to my parents. I've got plenty of family and friends out here to take care of me. You are so selfish. Can't you think of anybody but yourself? Tell me what hospital you're at right now. I mean it. I'm gonna send Dad over there as soon as possible. Did you really think I was going to tell you? Sorry, Bella, but you're gonna have to take care of your father by yourself. Mom, please. You were already gonna spend the month over there anyway, right? Your classes are on summer break, so you shouldn't have any problem taking care of him at all. After all, you're the only family he has left. But I can't do this alone. I'll never be able to take care of him by myself. I'm begging you, Mom, don't abandon us. Sorry, gotta go. It's time for my physical therapy. Goodbye, Bella. Good luck.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Shelley. How dare you divorce me? You dumb, selfish broad, what's wrong with you?
Ah, I see you're awake and just as pleasant as ever. Welcome back to the world of the living. Did you have a nice nap?
Oh, shut up. I don't have time for your immature jokes right now. You didn't even show 1 ounce of concern when you heard that your husband was in a coma. You're a terrible person and an even worse wife.
I don't want to hear that from someone who up and flew off to Hawaii while his wife was in the hospital. I'd say all I did was give you a taste of your own medicine.
Shut up. I was right about you. You're just a spoiled brat, divorcing me while I was in a coma. But I can be the bigger person here. I'll forgive you for acting the way you did. Once I get back over there, we can just get remarried.
Excuse me?
I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, but on one condition. You need to do some work for me. You might have broken your legs, but your arms still work fine, right? You can use a computer with no problem.
Hold it right there. You want me to do your job for you?
I'd say it's a pretty good bargain for you. You know you need me. Without my money, what are you gonna do to get by? I took this month off in advance, but I told my company that it was family leave to take care of you in the hospital. So I can't let them find out that I'm in a hospital in Hawaii.
Oh, no.
It's the worst possible timing, too. There's a big problem going on at my company right now. They told me that they'll let me work from home, but there's some stuff they need me to do while I'm off. Obviously, I'm in no condition to be doing it myself right now. I'm at my limits just sending you these text messages. My vision is still foggy and the room constantly feels like it's spinning around me.
Rick, tell me you're joking. You lied to your company, took family leave in order to take care of me, and then flew off to Hawaii without telling them?
That's none of your concern. Just do what you're told and keep your mouth shut. Got it? I'm gonna send you some documents my company sent me. You need to take those and follow the instructions that should be written at the top of the first page. It's not like you got anything better to do, right? Remember, all you gotta do is a little bit of work and I'll wipe the slate clean. I'll let you be my housewife again.
I neither need nor want your forgiveness. And besides, your company already knows that you lied to them.
What? What do you mean my company knows? There's no way they'd know about this. I never told them anything.
You are way too late to try and cover your tracks. The car rental company sent the invoice for your car to your office. They know everything, Rick. They know you lied about why you were taking time off. They know you're in Hawaii. They know you rented a fancy car and have been living it up all while on the clock.
No, but how?
The car rental company contacted me a little while ago. They said they wanted to discuss the cost of the repairs for the car you wrecked. Apparently, Bella told them to talk to me about it because she couldn't handle it, so since we were already divorced at that time, I explained the situation. I told them that if they wanted to recover the cost of the repair, the best thing for them to do would be to send the bill to your office.
You idiot! What were you thinking? Why did you tell them to bill my company?
What else was I supposed to do? They said they wanted to get the money for the repairs as soon as possible. They're a business. And with that car out of commission, they couldn't rent it to anyone else.
And so what? That's no reason to blab about it to my company. There were a million other ways to take care of this without telling them. You could have given them my credit card number, bank account, anything. You could have just written them a check.
Sure, I knew your credit card and bank account numbers, but it just didn't feel right disclosing the personal information of one third party to another third party without their consent. I thought the best thing would be for your company to take the cost of repairs out of your salary in installments.
This can't be happening. It wasn't supposed to turn out this way. I thought I'd get away with it for sure. So you're serious? My company knows about everything?
I am dead serious, Rick. So you should give up any hope of being able to cover up what you did. Like I said, they know about your vacation, they know about the car, they know about your accident. So it wouldn't do any good to have me do your work for you. It's already over for you.
No! No way!
And with that, it's time for us to say our final goodbyes. I hope you have a swift recovery, Rick. Oh, and try to enjoy the view of the lovely scenery out of your window because you're not going to be able to go and see it in person anymore. Like I told Rick, his company already knew about what Rick was really doing during his family leave. And once HR got wind of it, they immediately rescinded his leave approval. Since he'd already taken time off, though, they docked him days of paid leave to make up for it. Obviously, he didn't have enough days of paid leave to cover the whole time he'd been AWOL, so any additional days were docked from his pay. Since he wasn't going to be making any money until he got out of the hospital, he naturally wanted to be discharged as soon as possible. The hospital, however, told him that he'd need to stay there for at least a month before it was safe for him to fly. Before too long, word spread around his company that he had abandoned his hospitalized wife and gone on vacation without her. That obviously had a rather marked negative impact on his reputation around the office. I don't think he had many friends around there before, but now he definitely is no Mr. Popular. I doubt he's going to be in for a very good time once he finally walks back into the office in a month or so. Come to think of it, he probably shouldn't bet the farm on even having a job there for too much longer. As for Bella, she wasn't able to do any shopping or sightseeing for the rest of her vacation. She was stuck waiting on her dad in the hospital the whole time. While the two of them were enjoying their less-than-ideal Hawaiian vacation, I was hard at work. I contacted an old friend of mine who ran a moving company and had him get all my personal belongings out of my old house. Also, I had another old friend of mine who's a lawyer take care of the property division. Finally, I had yet another friend of mine who works in real estate find me a cheap apartment to live in once I got out of the hospital. It won't be long before my legs will be fully healed, and then I'll finally be able to enjoy my new, single, child-free lifestyle. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
You and I are done with Angelica. You're getting a divorce whether you like it or not. Once you come and sign your half of the divorce paperwork, get the hell out of my house.
Huh?
I've no use for some pig of a wife in my house anymore. And today was your worst day for this household so far. Not only did I just come home from a very long and exhausting day at work, but I came home to no dinner cooked for me yet, and all the chores still being left alone. What makes all of this worse is that you weren't even home. You were out having fun by yourself without ever thinking about my needs.
Hold on a minute, Jarrett. Calm down, would you? I'm not out having fun right now. Did you not read the message I sent you before I left the house?
Huh? What's this about a message being left for me?
My belly started to hurt really badly out of nowhere, and so I left the house to go to the nearby urgent care to get it looked at. And from what the doctors told me, next month is looking like the time your baby will be born. So I went into the urgent care just to make sure I wasn't going to have a premature birth or anything like that. I mean, this whole morning my belly was hurting so bad and I felt like vomiting. And at the time, I just couldn't focus on getting any of the chores done around the house.
So you telling me that the kid's out of you now?
Nope, it all ended up just being some slight abdominal pain due to the weight being exerted on everything down there. The nurse told me that it may have seemed like the baby was on the way, but you'll know when you're about to have a baby because the pain will be a lot worse. Hearing that it's only going to hurt worse than today when the baby is ready is actually quite a scary thing to think about.
You kidding me? So you just didn't have a clue what was going on then? No, I'm sure it wasn't on accident either. I bet you faked all that pain so you could get out of the house on purpose. And now you're just lying to me about all of that so I won't get even more upset with you about slacking off today.
What?
I know for a fact that you never actually had any of those so-called abdominal pains, which means you never actually went to any urgent care to get it all checked out. I'm not going to allow you to try and slack off from doing the chores by using yourself being pregnant as the excuse.
I'm not lying about this, though. Why would I ever lie to you about something like that?
I'm seriously starting to rethink things about you being my wife. You seem to think that it's all okay to just slack off every day and use your pregnancy as the reason for it. Even going so far as to lie about going to the doctor's office to get out of the house. You're such an awful wife, Angelica.
Excuse me?
Day after day, saying that you have to carry a baby and that's why you can't get any work done. All I've seen from you these last few months is you just laying around the house like a pig. Really, all you are now is a fat old loser that does nothing to make my household any better. And I'm not going to keep working a 9-to-5 job every day to support a fatty like you.
Calling me an awful wife and a fat wife? What the heck has gotten into you, Jarrett? You do not say things like that to your pregnant wife. I'm not lying when I say I want things to get done around the house. But right now, I'm in the last phase of my pregnancy, and it's just become too difficult to get up and move around like that. Whenever I do stand up, I begin to get dizzy. And I have to hold myself up for at least a couple minutes to get that feeling to go away. Most days, I just have to stay laying on my side to avoid having to feel like I need to throw up. It's driving me a little crazy feeling this badly all the time.
Well, just know that I'm at my limits with you. You and I are getting a divorce, and you're going to like it. I have the divorce paperwork with me sitting on the counter at home, so just sign them for me and hand them in.
You actually did go out and get those documents? You are seriously thinking of getting a divorce from me at a time like this? We have a baby that's on the way and will be here next month.
Shut the hell up, fatty. At this point, I'm starting to even wonder about if you're truly pregnant or not. You sure that all that weight on you isn't just the food you've been scarfing down the past few months?
Huh? Are you seriously going to say that about your own wife?
I am seriously going to say that about her, after what she's been going around doing. All I can see you as anymore is the perfect example of a fat loser. But you've just been going on with this pregnancy thing's way of getting yourself out of having to go to work, right?
I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now. You have no right telling me something like that when you have the privilege of not having to ever carry a baby in your life. I've been working harder than you have carrying this baby around for us, making sure it's fed well and will come out healthy and happy. Well, I've had enough of you now, Jarrett. I don't want to raise my child with a father who has a mind like yours. I think I will agree to divorcing you now.
Well, since the two of us are happy to get a divorce now, we don't have to worry about settlements or anything like that.
That's right. You never bothered to think of me as anything besides a tool and wouldn't even support me with my pregnancy. Even before getting pregnant, I was starting to worry a little about what life would be like with you later on as my husband. Well, now I can see that this baby is going to be better off with only me as their parent.
The only thing you're going to be raising is more of that belly fat after I leave you. Anyway, get those documents signed and then get the hell out. I'm tired of having a fat loser sitting around in my house all day, so this will be your last chance to enjoy the amenities I have here.
Hey, Mom? There's someone really strange standing out in front of our house right now. Huh? I just got back from school, and as I went in through the back door, I could see some older man standing out front walking back and forth waiting for someone. And every once in a while, he'll come up on the porch and sit down for a bit. I'm getting scared by this. Do you think it's okay if I run to Grandma's house for a little bit? What's going on? Robin, you can hurry up and go back out the back entrance and run to your Grandma's house. I'll be on my way to your Grandma's house as soon as I finish up the last of my work here. Okay, I'll be going then. Has that old man been trying to talk to you at all? Or have you been trying to talk to him? Not yet, and I'm not going to talk to him. I'm going to call Grandma right now and tell her to have the police go to our house, and then they can take care of that man. Thank you so much for texting me about this the moment you realized what was going on. You are really smart for that and brave. I'm going to Grandma's house now. Good luck with the rest of your work.
Hey, Angelica, when the hell are you going to be coming home from work today? How much longer are you going to make me wait here for you?
Huh? Jarrett?
I've been waiting the whole day here for you to get home from work. You still haven't come home yet. It's gone 6 now, so hurry the hell up. And that's what's made all this a lot more frustrating for me, is that the police have now been questioning me. I'm not playing around about all this now.
Wait a second. So the old man that's been pacing back and forth outside my house all day has been you this whole time?
Pacing back and forth? I've just been waiting for my ex-wife to come home so that we can hang out.
What the heck do you mean by us hanging out? Why would you be waiting outside my house all day long for me to come home just to hang out? And why do you want to be around me in the first place? It's been over 10 years now since you and I got divorced, so what are you here for?
There's only one reason why I'll be here for you right now. I'm here to make up with you. Get back together again.
Huh? Make up? Are you saying that you want to remarry me or something like that?
Well, it's been 10 years since the divorce, and I'm sure that both of us have equally been through some tough situations since then, right? Recently, I had to swallow a tough pill regarding me becoming very sick. I didn't do anything about my symptoms for years, and when I finally went in to have them checked out, the doctor began to yell at me. He told me if I don't change my eating habit soon, I'll only have around 5 years left before I send myself into a comatose state.
What? You only have 5 years?
Right now, one of the most busy times for me at work, and I have no time to focus on changing my eating habits. But that doctor was very strict with me about how things need to change. So, I've realized that I really do need to do something about this. And what I need to do is get back together with you.
So you're telling me that the only reason you want me back is to take care of you as you begin to fall apart?
Well, you're supposed to care for me before things fall apart. And really, I've been so busy lately that I can't watch my diet. I haven't even been able to get any of my chores done lately, and all my laundry's just piling up. And I've started to totally forget about throwing out the trash. But if I'm able to remarry you, well then, I won't have to be worried about all that crap anymore.
Get real, Jarrett. Who the hell do you think is going to come and be your housewife now?
Why are you getting so upset with me? I heard some things about you. Heard that you had a baby and she happens to be my daughter. Since she's a girl, she can even get some chores done around the house for me, even at that young an age. You're not going to be the only one doing all the chores this time, so what's the problem, right?
Huh? Not only do you plan to have me do your chores, but you want to make my daughter do them as well? Well, I'm not getting remarried to you, Jarrett, and that's not going to change.
Excuse me? You actually going to say no to me, supporting both of you financially over here? I know dang well that as a single mother, your life is a living hell right now. So stop trying to make this more difficult than it is and come back to my place. Marry me.
Like hell I will.
I know that the money you're bringing in is only barely enough to get by with. It has to be painful living in that small house with your daughter when you don't even have the money to give her a good Christmas. So, come back, marry me, and I'll make sure you both have a wonderful life again. I just recently been promoted to department leader, so I'll have a lot of money coming in now. And that means a lot of money for both you and our daughter as well.
Stop trying to talk badly about the money I bring in. You haven't even been paying child support to me for the last 10 years, and I've done just fine raising my daughter with what I make. So if you have become a department manager now, then do us both a favor and start paying up.
I seriously never believed for 1 second that you actually gave birth to a child back then. But I guess you never were some fatty whose stomach was full of crap.
And just like that, I've remembered all the reasons why I hate you so much, Jarrett. You called someone who was pregnant with your child a fat loser. You were the worst frickin' husband on this planet and are still running as the worst man.
Yeah, but starting very soon, I'm going to be the best husband and father ever.
Huh?
I'm sure that my daughter wants to come be with a real father, right? I know that all children need to have a balanced family to be raised in, and that means having both parents in the house with them. I'm sure she's had more than enough time spent with you. Yeah, she wants a father figure in her life now. So, you really should just shut up. Come marry me already. If you really care about your daughter, then you should be running over to my side right now. Our daughter needs a father in her life, right?
You shut up, you annoying old fart!
Huh?
I don't need a dad if he's going to be like you. So stop trying to talk like you know what I want.
Am I talking to my daughter right now?
Well, I'm not your daughter, you weirdo. All I am to you is a stranger. Do you even know my name? I bet you don't. And I don't need a dad that doesn't even know his daughter's name. All I need is my mom, and that's it. So stay away from my mom and never marry her again.
Hey. Why are you saying things like that to your own father? I'm your father after all, and I'm here to take you back home with me. We haven't been able to meet for the last 10 years, but that whole time I've been wanting to meet you. But having to hear my own daughter, who I've been wanting to meet so badly, call me an old fart.
If you keep lying to us, we're going to call the police again. Did you know we can do that to you?
Huh?
My teacher told me about things like this at school. That those who lie are bad people, and the police will take them to jail.
Your father isn't lying to you about anything right now. I'm telling you, this whole time I've been wanting to come see you.
No, you haven't. I know that you hate me, and you never wanted me. And that's why before I was ever born, you divorced Mom and told her to go away. You never wanted to see your own daughter, and that's why you made us leave, right?
That was never what happened. I think this whole time your mother's just been talking poorly about your father, and that's made you upset. You can see that your mom is the only mean person here, right?
My mom would never lie to me about anything. Also, my grandma has told me stories about you. She told me that right before I was born, you ran off and never spoke to my mom again.
What? Your grandma?
So now that you've even heard it from my daughter, you can give up now, right? I understand that to a small kid it's important for them to have both a mother and a father figure in their lives, but my daughter doesn't want you to be her father figure, so... I mean, she even showed that dislike for you to me by snatching my own phone right away from my hands and texting you all of that. So that's why I've been saying that you and I will not be getting remarried.
Hold on just a second. Who the hell is this grandma she was talking about? I heard from you that your mom died ages ago. You never had anyone like a mother figure around you since then, right? So you're never able to go back to anyone like your mom or dad after giving birth to her, right?
Well, this is your mother we're talking about here. After what you'd done to me, your mother came to my side and made sure to care for both myself and my baby when we needed someone. And she's done a great job being a grandma to my girl.
What? Yo, you been talking to my parents still? And they've never said a thing to me about it?
Not just talking with them, but staying with them as well. I'm actually with your mom right now. And this whole time, your mom and dad have been looking over my shoulder at the conversation we've been having.
Excuse me?
I got a text earlier today from my daughter about how there was some old man pacing back and forth in front of our house. And so I had your parents take care of her while I was still at work and had them call the police on you as well. And once I had finished my work, I went over to their place where I'm currently staying now. And just a bit after arriving here, you happened to start texting me. So this whole time you and I have been texting, they've been sitting around me watching.
They live in the same neighborhood as you. Hey, tell me how the hell that happened. I haven't even been able to get in touch with my parents for the past few years. So why are they there with you while I'm texting you? Wait, just after our divorce, they told me they'd sell their house and move far away. Is moving into this neighborhood what they meant by that?
Huh? You knew that they would be moving over here, right?
Never had the chance to learn about where they'd be moving to. I just assumed the day they told me they were moving, and they never contacted me again, meant that they went another state or something.
Well, I guess if they didn't contact you afterwards, you wouldn't have known. I mean, your parents were very upset with you when they heard about what you called and did to me. When I told them that you called your own pregnant wife a fat loser, they flipped.
And that's why I never bothered to really text them after they left. When I learned this time that I was really sick, I thought it'd be a great time to go back to my family's house. I started trying to call them both, but they'd never pick up. And when I texted asking their address, they just left me on red. Been a real pain in the butt for me.
I see. And so that's the reason why you're now trying to get your ex-wife to care for you?
Why my parents moving to the same neighborhood as you did? And what's this going on between you two, acting like you're all still family?
Did you know that the reason your parents moved into this neighborhood was for my daughter and I? They told me they'd take full responsibility for their dumb son, and that they'd do everything in their power to make sure my daughter and I live a happy and safe life. And just like they said, they moved into a house down the street and have been taking care of us since.
You kidding me?
And it's because of them both that right after having my baby, I was able to get back out there and find new work. And as time's gone on, they have stuck around to make sure that my daughter gets to where she needs to be while I'm working. Just like today, when she told me there was a strange old man standing out front, I was able to ask your parents to take her in. I'm being serious when I say that your parents are some of the best people on this planet.
Stop it with that crap. They aren't the best people anywhere. They haven't even bothered to talk to their own son for the past 10 years, as though they never even had a son in the first place. Yet they're totally fine acting like you're their daughter, and your kid's their grandbaby. This is all completely screwed up. They should be caring about me and my problems.
No, they shouldn't. Your parents have already told me that they never want to see or hear from you again, so why would they ever come and help you now? As far as they're aware, their real son passed away a decade ago and was replaced by an imposter. They always say things like that to all their friends, actually.
Huh?
And unlike their dead son, they still have a breathing and cute grandchild to look after. And they want to make sure that their dead son's ex-wife is taken care of as well. So now, good luck to you and that fake sickness of yours. Not only do your parents and my daughter not want you in their lives, but neither do I or the rest of the people in this neighborhood.
Yo, you have to wait. This is all just a joke, right? Do you really think I'm going to believe that everyone is going to throw me away now? If I can't find someone to change my diet and clean my house to me, I only have 5 years at the most left in me.
You're not a freaking baby anymore, so you should be able to care for yourself, right? Even my own daughter is able to care for herself more than you can, which is pretty embarrassing, right? So if you really want to keep calling yourself her father, then you need to show us that you can actually do more than sit around and cry all day.
Please, Angelica, can't you at least hold on to me for a bit longer? I'm not going to say anything as selfish as wanting you to marry me again anymore, but I at least want you to stay by my side. Help me out.
Huh?
I just got a message from my parents finding the other day. Been about a decade since I last heard a thing from them. When I started to think that they were beginning to worry about their sick son, they started to blow up on me. They kept telling me to stay away from everyone in their family, including you. That from now on, they're completely cutting ties to me. And we'll make sure you and your daughter do too.
It's about time those two told you how they feel about you. I'm sure having to hear how angry they are with you from those two themselves has really shined a light on how horrible of a person you are, right? I was watching them when they wrote those texts to you, and your dad had a face on him that even the devil would respect. It made my daughter cry seeing him that angry.
Never thought that my parents would ever tell me they don't want me anymore. Parents should normally want to come and help their kid when they become sick, right? It's right? Instead of you. You'll never leave me like they have, right? We've already been married before, so there's nothing that could make you throw me away, right? I'm sure that since then you still hold on to some feelings for me, right?
Not at all, Jarrett. And as for ever thinking about getting back together with you, those thoughts died the moment you kicked me out of your house 10 years ago.
Huh?
And besides, I've been really busy since then being a single mother. I have to work on my own, I have to do all the chores at home on my own, and I have to raise my daughter to be a good woman mostly on my own. It's a tough life for me that's kept me busy for so long. So ever since you left me, there hasn't been a single ounce of interest in someone like you.
That's... So, you never even once thought about making things right with me again. Getting back together. And even during this past week, you haven't thought anything about me? I thought for sure you would have started to notice the great man I am again.
Why would I ever want to start thinking about you again? I have no reason to. And like I said before, who the hell would want to get remarried to you?
I told you that I wouldn't be selfish in asking you to marry me again. I just want you to come and visit me a few times each week. Heck, just a few times a month would be fine with me. When you come over, all I ask is you to take care of me for a day.
Jesus, Jarrett.
Back when I was able to eat your cooking, I never had to worry about getting sick from it. And having you handle all the chores in the house for me made it so I could stay healthy. Now that you've been gone for 10 years, I really need you back in my life.
So you're asking me to just come over and do all the chores for you now? That's even more selfish than you just asking me to marry you, you fat idiot.
I've been wanting to pay you, though. I think this could make for a great opportunity for you to make some extra cash. How about $300 a month for your services? How does that sound? That should be enough to pique your interest a bit, right?
You think $300 is enough to get me to come back to that hellhole and care for the most hated man on this planet? For Christ's sake, Jarrett, don't make me laugh too much.
Then how does $1,000 sound? That work for you? Not just that, but I'll start paying child support as well. From now on, I'll take the responsibility of her father. Make sure she gets that child support. So please, don't throw me away, because I'll be willing to give you that much.
Sorry, Jarrett. No matter how much you offer, something that impossible will never happen. And at this point, we don't need child support from you. Really, no matter what you try and offer me, it's not going to happen.
What?
If you really need someone to come over and wipe your butt that badly, then maybe look into hiring a pro housemaid or something.
But if I hire a housemaid, I have to pay them more than I want to. They'll be a complete stranger to me, trying to feel my need for love. I want my family to come back to me, be by my side again.
Really?
Please listen to what I'm asking for. I'm seriously sick right now. Every day has been hell for me because my body is hurting so much. And on days off from work, I can't even get out of bed and have to lay here on my side all day. But even now, I don't want a pro caring for me. I just want someone that I know personally to be here to care for my needs, out of love.
And I completely understand how you feel right now. Back when I was pregnant, I felt the exact same way as you do now. I was in a lot of pain half the time due to my large belly, and I always felt sick to the point I wanted you around me to help out. It was a feeling of just wanting someone I love to be there with me, showing how much they care by doing the chores and cooking for me.
That's right. So you really do understand how I feel now. So please, Angelica, since you really do understand me, you can come and help.
Huh? Just because I understand you doesn't mean I care to be there for you. I already made myself clear by saying it's impossible.
Huh?
When I was feeling that way, you never once came to help me or even cared to understand how I was feeling, right? And not only did you not help me, but you turned all of that against me and started to talk crap about me for it. You called me a fat loser and all of that, right? And you even now still doubt that I was ever even pregnant in the first place. You think I'm going to come and help you now after all of that?
Well, that was...
Your parents already told you, right? That you are never to come and talk to any of us ever again, right? I guess even a man as old as you has a hard time understanding English. When they ask you to stop talking to us, that means you put down your phone and never text or call me ever again. It means to never be around us ever again because none of us want to remember those horrible memories you left us all with. The whole reason you are all alone now with nobody to help you is all due to the actions you took against everyone, and you deserve every bit of it. After that, Jarrett's sickness ended up getting a lot worse, and he had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance. But while he was in the hospital for a bit being cared for due to his super high blood pressure and terrible diet, he would call out to all his nurses asking for them to marry him and be his housewife, and then complain about how terrible being a single man was. But because of his behavior, the president of the hospital came down for a surprise visit to his room. and told him that he was being discharged and would never be admitted into his hospital again. And since then, he's had to take day after day off work due to his sickness only getting worse. And his boss told him that his pay would be cut due to him never coming in enough. And so as of right now, he's been locked in his landfill-like house for a while, doing whatever work he can remotely while never getting any chores done. As for what my daughter had called him back then, an old fart, she told me she learned that from some of the high schoolers on the block. She said to me that they told her whenever an older man does something to me that I don't like, to call them that and run away. And so I made sure to tell her not to call anyone else that kind of name, besides the old fart that's locked up in his house right now.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.